Okay, today we're going to be looking at this IQR sheet, okay? We got this on the board. I'm going to be asking you some questions. You're just going to answer them for me so that we see that you understand what I've been teaching you, okay? So, first of all, what is the minimum of the box plot on the board? So, what do we have here that's the minimum?
I think it's always the smallest value.
Right, it's the smallest value, yeah. So, for this one, it would be what?
1?
Yeah, it'd just be 1. Do we see how we got that?
Yes.
Pretty simple, right? Okay, next question. What is the maximum of the box plot on the board?
I think it's 8 because it's the biggest number of them.
It's 8 because it's the biggest number. That's right. So whenever we look for minimum and maximum, what do? We sort it in order, right? From least to greatest. We go to the smallest and we go to the largest. That one's easy, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty easy. Okay, what is the IQR?
It's the quality range is the average of the first and the last set of numbers next to the middle.
Yeah, so it's called the interquartile range. And what we do is we go to the median, which is 4 in this case, and we split it in half, right? So we got boom, boom. And then we go to this side and we have 4 numbers, right? So we split that in half. So the first QR, or Q1, would be 1.5 because it's in the middle, right? And then we do it to this side, the second one, we just split that up. We got Q3 is equal to 6.5. That makes sense?
Yes.
So it's like splitting the split. Okay, good job, India. Next one, what is the IQR of the plot on the board? So what is the IQR? So I explained how you got it, right? But now we have to subtract Q3 from Q1, right? So what's 6.5 minus 1.5? This is 5, right? So the IQR for this would just be 5. Does that make sense? So I subtracted that 6.5 from that 1.5. Okay. Okay, what does the box represent in the plot?
1.5, 1.6. 6.5.
Yeah. So it's from Q1 to Q3, right? What we just said. So it's from there to there, right? It's all the numbers that make up the middle, and those are the important numbers. That's why we make it into the box plot. Good job. All right, can we calculate the mean from a box plot? Does anyone know? No, why? That's right. Just guessed. No, we can't do it because we don't have all the numbers. Like we are given the numbers here, but if you were just given this, you wouldn't know what the average is. So you would need like a dot plot or something that would be better, okay? All right, so this next one says, how do we form the IQR box from the numbers given? So how do you form an IQR box? So like that box right there. What is it, India?
I think we found the Q1 and the Q3, and I think we subtracted, or we subtract Q3 from Q1.
Yeah, so I just did that. Good job. So she said you get Q1 first, and then you get Q3, right? So those two numbers that I put up there, and then you subtract them to get what we said was 5, right? And that would have been the IQR. Do we got that? Does that make sense? Okay. So the next one says, what does the line in the box plot represent? So what does that line represent? What you got?
The median or middle point.
Yeah, the median, right? Well, the median is simply just like the middle, right? Straight in the middle. So, good job, Remy. Yep, it represents the median. Okay, and this one says, can you get the average from dot plots?
Me.
Sure, go ahead.
Yes, because they give you all the numbers.
Yeah, because they do give you all the numbers, right? Okay, so a box plot or a dot plot looks just like this, right? Say you got like 8, 9, and 10. And then you'd have boom, 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 something like that, right? And if we have that, how many 8s do we have? 2. How many 9s do we have? 3. And how many 10s do we have?
1.
1. So we could get the average from that, right? Because we know what all the numbers are. Okay, good job. Okay, this one says, which plot is easier to get raw data from, box plots or dot plots?
Me,
What you got?
I think dot plots, because it gives you all pieces of information that you need to understand.
Right, so like we just did, right? How, we couldn't get the average from this, right? That doesn't make sense to get the average from, we couldn't add them up and divide them, right? But that, we know exactly what numbers are on there, right? And we can just divide from what we have on the dots. So good job, Starrico. Okay, this is the last question I have for y'all. How would we use this box plot or dot plot in real life, and why is it important? So, this is kind of a rhetorical question, but for box plots and dot plots, we need to know this stuff in the real world, because what if, like, y'all go and work at a factory, or you're going to buy shampoo, or you're going to buy something that has data represented on it, right? And they give you like a table, and they show you what's written on it, right? If we don't know how to read it, what's the use in like the table, right? So we need to be able to read all the tables and be able to tell the information that's on the board and the box plots and the little dot plots. We need to know how to do all of them, because in the long run, it could save your life. What if it puts something there on the table that says, you know, I'm allergic to this, this, and this, or this many people had allergic reactions from that? You wouldn't be doing very good, right? So we need to make sure we know all this stuff, okay? All right, good job, guys.